Hey everyone, I'm Allison.
I'm Bryce, and we're Better Half Reviews.
And we are talking about our top 50 games of 2021. And this segment, we are talking about the list, the top 10 for each of us.
You all care about.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Everybody else probably fast forward through most of the other ones or maybe just skipped it. This is the video to watch. Still go watch the other ones, okay? But yeah. So let me fix my mic. Start us off, please.
So my number 10 was already mentioned by Allison.
In a previous video, apparently.
Yes, not in this video because this is the first one. But in the previous video, Allison said this is a great game that doesn't feel too piratey. It's ocean themed. You're sailing around this map, trying to do some things, get some stuff, win the game, and that is Islebound. And I just love this Red Raven game. I think it is great, and I think it is highly underrated and kind of overlooked.
Yes. My number 10 is also a Red Raven game. It is not that one, because I've already talked about that one.
It's Ancient World.
It is the Ancient World 2nd edition. I feel like this one is also an overlooked game, and it's just really cool. You have different workers you can place out, but they have different numbers, so maybe I could block you from putting someone, or you have to pay more to do it, and there's, what are the monsters called?
Titans?
Yes, Titans you can fight, and the Ambrosia. I love the Ambrosia tokens, they're so cool. Anyway, that Ancient World 2nd edition, I can't talk.
So my number 9 is a game that Allison didn't play because she's lame. But it was a game I was really interested in.
What?
And that is Call to Adventure.
Oh, I am
got
interested
around
in that
to
one.
playing that. It was a lot of fun. It's very light, but I still really like the kind of the story in it.
Yes.
You can really tell a story with your character and stuff, and yeah, I just like it a lot.
I'm interested in trying that one. I just haven't gotten around to it. All right, my number. Did you just look at my entire list?
No, I didn't.
My number.
I was looking at your phone, wondering why you had it out.
Because my mom was calling me.
Oh.
My number 9 is a West Kingdom game.
Wow, first one.
And shush. It is Paladins of the West Kingdom. It is a very, very heavy, thinky type of game. And I think it's very intriguing, and it's best at 2-player or if you play it solo.
I'm really surprised that this is the first West Kingdom game that you've mentioned. And I'm pretty sure you like this one more than some of the other ones. So I'm like, are the other two not on the list?
You don't know what's happened, have you?
Anyway. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. So number 8 is our first crossover for today.
Okay.
Can you guess what it is?
Well, the Ancient World.
Yep.
I was like, it's not Paladins.
It is the Ancient World. I really like this Red Raven game as well. Just like Allison said, you're kind of building up this little civilization, fighting off Titans. It's overlooked, underrated. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. My number 8 is one that you put way at a higher number than I thought it would be.
Okay.
And that is Bunny Kingdom.
I called it.
I love this game. I love it at 2-player because you're putting bunnies out and you're trying to make your own fiefdoms. But when you're playing 2-player and you're drafting cards, you draft one to keep and you draft one to discard. And it's kind of like offense, defense, where you're like, oh, they're going for that. I'm going to discard that card. And I like that.
Yep, I do too. So my number 7 has already been mentioned by Allison. I was a little surprised it was kind of lower on her list or a higher number. And that is Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Blah, blah, blah. I really enjoy the story of this. We haven't quite finished it yet. Our group kind of got off, and we just haven't been able to finish it.
Someday.
But I've really enjoyed the story. I haven't enjoyed it as much as Season 1, but I liked it more than Season 2, I think, at least so far.
I concur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
What was that, 7?
7.
Okay. 7 is a worker placement game, which could be like tons of games, because I love worker placement.
Yep.
It is Architects of the West Kingdom.
Okay.
So we had talked forever about ranking the West Kingdom games, and I was like, I could never decide this kind of forced me to do that, but I would have a different list possibly for solo. But anyway, so Architects of the Kingdom, that one, I really loved having so many workers. It was just different. And I like that you can like capture workers, and you can go up to the black market, you go up or down in your virtue, and it changes the game. So it's just an interesting one to play, and I love introducing it to people.
That's interesting.
Yes.
What?
Why?
The way that you said it, you would rank them differently for solo makes sense now.
Yes.
So, okay, anyway, my number 6 is another Red Raven game. One that I'm surprised Allison hasn't mentioned, and I'm pretty sure is going to be on her top 5, probably.
I don't know.
But it's number 6 for me.
Okay.
And that is...
Near and Far.
Near and Far.
I knew it.
Again, I like this one. I don't think this one's underrated. I think people like this one a lot. I just love the preparing and then going out and, battling things or doing the storyline.
Yes.
I like the
campaign is
storyline. I like the character mode. I like the different modes. It's just a really well done Red Raven game.
My number 6 will probably surprise you with how high up it is on my list.
You mean like high number?
No.
Oh.
See, it's a low number, high up on the list.
Okay.
And that is In the Hall of the Mountain King.
Oh, I am kind of surprised by that.
So.
I forgot you hadn't mentioned that.
Yeah, I hadn't. I really like this game. I like that you have Troll Smoot. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Like 4 videos ago. So I love that you're building up this tower of cards, and if you use resources and you build up new cards, you like cascade them. It's so cool. And it also has like Tetris-y stuff and building things out. There's a lot going on. I don't always do too great. I do decently, but I really like it, and I want to play more of it. Enough that I backed the Fall of the Mountain King Kickstarter just so I could get the trays that come for In the Hall of the Mountain King, because it'll make setup so much easier and make it easier to play the game. Yep. Yep.
I didn't realize that was the only reason why you backed that one.
Well, no, I was interested in that one. They were actually supposed to send us the prototype for Fall of the Mountain King, and that they never did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my number 5.
Oh, we're getting there, you guys. Top 5.
Might surprise Allison by how high this is.
Okay.
Because I don't think she liked it as much as I did. It is a beautiful game about gardens and gardening, kind of.
Yep.
And that is Flourish. I just really liked everything about the game. I just thought it was really cool. The cards were beautiful. The gameplay was interesting. It's just really interesting how you're like, I want to entice them to take this card because it'll give them a few points, but it'll give me a lot more points.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think it's really cool.
My qualms were with the rules. Some of it was kind of confusing on scoring. That was me.
I can see that. Once you get the rules, though, in my opinion, it's pretty easy.
Okay. What number was that?
5.
5. Okay, my number 5 is a game that doesn't fit in the calyx. And that is Tidal Blades.
That's why it was so low on my list.
I'm surprised it was.
I'm just kidding.
Really?
That's not right. It's low on my list.
But I like it's a worker placement with a whole bunch of other stuff going on. It sounds super complicated, but it's actually not too.
It's not too bad, but it is kind of complicated.
Once you get into it, it's not too bad. I don't always do that great, and it's really hard because you have to like pick and choose what you're really gonna do, and it's beautiful. And part 2 launches soon.
I'm excited for it.
February 2nd, 2022. 2222.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Number 4.
Wait, hold up. Okay.
Number 4. So this is a game Allison had on her list, but a long time ago.
That's a lot of games, possibly. Okay. Oh, I have a guess. Let's start with a C.
Yes?
Cool. All right.
What is it?
Crown of Amara.
Yes. I really liked this game. Like Allison said, it has 2 different tracks you can go up, or you can play off of, and it's just really interesting, the choices. I had a lot of fun playing it. I really want to play it some more.
We don't own it.
We don't own it, so we got to get on that.
My number 4 is the last Red Raven game on my list. So Near and Far is one I love. The campaign story and kind of like what Bryce said, like I love the different preparation stages and like going out on the map and like exploring and like taking chances and making decisions like, oh, do I help this person or do I not? And I usually do pretty well. And I like that.
So, my number 3 is pretty low on Allison's list because of her AP.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
It starts with a T.
Yep.
It ends in tapestry.
Nope.
What?
I'm just kidding, yes.
Yes, it does.
It's tapestry. I really enjoyed it. I love the different tracks you can go up and the different bonuses and that balance of like, okay, what can I do? What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? It's great.
And it's super zinky.
Yes.
Okay, so my number 3 is a game that Bryce has been waiting for me to mention, and that is several of them.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
And that is Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yep.
So I really, really enjoy this game. I like that there's worker placement and deck building, but it's like the resources are tight and you really have to make good decisions and try to time things well and different strategies, and it's gorgeous. And it needs an insert so badly, so badly.
Yes, it does.
And I want the expansion so badly. The end.
My number 2 is a game that I completely destroyed people on the first time I played it.
Oh, you've already named a lot of them, so I don't know.
It was a very great come from behind win.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I do know. That was ridiculous. It wasn't a come from behind win. It's just, I have all these secret stacks of objective cards that I've finished. Everybody counted their score. Okay, here we go. And that is?
Dwellings of Eldervale. This is an awesome game with, well, we played the deluxe edition, so it had
everything.
Little minis and that made sounds.
Yep.
And I don't know, it was just a great game.
It's good. I
didn't explain anything about it, but it's a great game.
Everybody knows what it is. And if you don't, you just look it up. That's one I need to play it more, and then maybe it would move around. Or were you going to say something?
I might have put this higher on my list just because I had such a great come from behind win.
Probably. Okay.
But I still really love the gameplay of it.
All right.
I do want to play it more.
We're almost to the very end of our list, and we're also losing our light. So, because we're outside. Number 2 on my list is Viscounts of the West Kingdom. So
I'm trying to like rack my brain to think what your number 1 could be.
So I love Viscounts of the West Kingdom, and I love like the rondel and the different strategies and how you go throughout the game, and like your strategies can kind of morph or you shift them, and that everybody who's playing it has control. Well, not control, but you can kind of control how and when the game is going to end, and it's kind of like a teeter-totter. It's very interesting.
So, number 1.
I know what it is. I'm not going to spoil it.
What is it?
No, you say it. I'm not going to spoil your number 1.
No, you say it.
No,
it's okay.
I've already spoiled some of your other ones, so just go ahead.
Well, whatever she's going to say, I was going to say it was wrong because my number 1 is a twofer. A 2 for 1.
You can't have a 2 for 1.
I can because it is Clank in Space and Clank Legacy.
Oh, right. Okay,
What
fine.
were you going to say?
Clank in Space.
Okay.
I just feel like you can't have 2 games for your number 1.
I mean, I feel like they're similar enough that I can say they're both number 1.
And I said they were different enough that they had separate spots.
The gameplay, in my opinion, is very similar. Yes, Legacy has some really cool story aspects to it. Not as cool as Pandemic Legacy, but still good. Clank in Space has a lot of great expansions and has a lot of fun little spaceships to run through and to go get your little treasures from the treasure room or whatever. I love just the deck building in this game, and that it's more than just deck building. It's kind of a race.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why it's my number 1.
All right. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, let me fix my mic again. It was like flipped over. All right. Hopefully that wasn't bad for the rest of the video. My number 1 is a game that I instantly loved even before I played it. and that is Everdell.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you hadn't mentioned that yet.
And I still love it after I played it, and I've played it a lot, just trust me. I love the tableau building, I love the engine building and making combos, I love how it looks, I love the squishy berry, I just love everything, except for Pearlbrook, which is an expansion. And I've talked profusely about that in other videos. But yeah, so my number one is Everdell, and I feel like it's been there for a while, and it hasn't moved yet. I was wondering if it would move, and it's getting closer to moving, but I don't know.
Interesting.
But I mean, I had several of the games, well, not several. I had a few games reach my top 10 that I was kind of like surprised about when I was ranking things out.
I was surprised too, especially like Flourish.
In the Hall of the Mountain King, Lost Ruins.
Call to Adventure for me. I was surprised made my top 10.
Yeah, and when I was ranking things, I was like, crap, I'm gonna have all the West Kingdom games in my top 10, and I did. But yeah, that happens. So this is our top 50 games. These were our top 10 games of 2021. All of them are worth checking out. You got two different opinions going on. Obviously, I like West Kingdom games, and he likes Clank, which is good too.
Thinky games.
Clinky games?
Thinky games.
Oh, you like thinky games. I like puzzly games and beautiful games.
Yep.
So yeah, lots of games, and I'm sure things are gonna shift around, and it'd be interesting to see what happens in 2022, because there are a lot of games that are coming to Kickstarter or coming from Kickstarter that will finally be receiving, that we talked about a year and a half ago, that I hope we are receiving.
Yes.
And who knows what that will do to our lists.
And soon we're going to be coming out with a top something, I don't know exactly how far we're going, prototypes that we played in 2021. So hopefully some of those prototypes will come out in 2022, and I'm interested to see where those will rank.
Yeah, we'll do, our top 20, I think is what we said.
20, okay.
I think. And that'll probably come out shortly after these. So check it out. Make sure to watch our videos, and also like and subscribe if you haven't. We're so close to 500 subscribers. Help us out.
And go like and subscribe or follow or whatever the term is on Instagram, because we do a lot of stuff over there as well.
And it's getting really dark now. If you can't tell, we are still smiling and happy about it. So go watch more videos.
I'm Bryce.
I'm Allison.
And we're Better Half Reviews.
Happy gaming.
Have fun.
Make lists. Okay. Let's do this before the sun goes away. Okay. And that is Near and Far.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for the plane to pass over. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.